Hey, I'm here. You don't have to say anything, okay? Just breathe with me. It's okay. I know. I know it's a lot. It's been a lot. Sometimes it just all builds up. Like you're fine until you're not. And then suddenly you're just carrying everything at once. The pain, the pressure, the memories, the guilt, the grief. And you're still trying to act normal. Still smiling, still working, still being okay. But I see you. You don't have to pretend with me. Just hear me out, okay? Let's talk. Let's start with something no one talks about enough. How tired you are. Not the I need a nap kind of tired, but the deep kind. Kind of tired that lives in your bones day to day, follows you around, where your body feels like it's fighting against you. Where getting out of bed feels like an internal war you're never gonna win. Where you cancel plans and feel guilty even though you're in pain. When you're sick, but you still feel like you have to prove it to people. And you wonder if you're being dramatic, but you're not. You're not. You're carrying something that people don't see. You can't even visualize what that looks like. You're doing it quietly every single day. I know it's lonely. I know you're tired of explaining why you can't do certain things. I know you feel like a burden sometimes, but you're not. You're not a burden just because your body needs more care. You are not less worthy just because your energy runs out faster than others. Your existence isn't defined by your productivity. You don't have to earn your right to rest, and trust me, I get it. I've been there, I get it. And if no one else understands, I want you to know. I believe you, even when the words don't come out. Just relax with me for a bit, you know? Just chill. You don't have to carry everything alone anymore. You know what else I think we don't talk about enough? The way you look in the mirror and flinch, or stare, or pick yourself apart in silence. You notice the curve that shouldn't be there, the way your bones sticking out a little too much, the softness, the way your clothes fit wrong. You remember what people have said, offhand comments, the stares, the comparisons, and it gets under your skin like it belongs there. But hey, listen to me. You're not ugly. You're not broken. You're not unlovable because of your body. This world profits off of making people hate themselves. That's just part of life, honestly. It's terrible. It's terrible. And it's done a damn good job of convincing you your worth is tied to your weight or your proportions or your skin, but you were never meant to be, quote, perfect. Whatever that means to society, anyways. You were meant to be you. Your softness is not a flaw. There is nothing wrong with you. You don't owe anyone anything. I know the world makes it hard to believe that you are beautiful, but you are. You are. And you may not believe me now, but trust me, you are. Inside and out. Maybe it's hard to believe right now, but I get that. I do. But I really need you to hear it anyway, okay? You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to exist in your body without shame. That's ridiculous. Then there's the mental stuff, the thing no one sees, not even yourself sometimes. Isn't that weird? Part of you that smiles on the outside while screaming on the inside. Panic that creeps in for no reason. A heaviness in your chest when nothing's wrong, but it still hurts. The days where getting dressed feels like a chore. The nights where you just stare at the ceiling, replaying everything you've ever done wrong. The numbness, the noise, the overthinking. It's not in your head. It's real. And it's okay not to be okay. There's no shame in needing help or wanting someone. There's no weakness in struggling. You're allowed to cry. You're not lazy. You're not dramatic. You're trying. And honestly, that's enough. Even when it doesn't feel like it. But gosh, burnout really hits in waves, doesn't it? You keep pushing and pushing because the world doesn't stop. Suddenly you're just a shell of yourself. No energy, no motivation, no joy in the things you used to love. You're tired. Sleep doesn't help. You rest, but the weight never lifts, does it? Maybe you feel guilty for not doing more, for not being more, but listen to me. Okay, I know I said that earlier, but you really need to listen. You don't have to earn rest. You don't need to crash just to justify slowing down. You're allowed to take breaks. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to stop running for once and just breathe. And if no one's told you lately, it's okay to put yourself first. It's not selfish, it's survival. You can't pour from an empty cup. You don't have to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. It's never necessary. And listen, I know the job market is brutal right now. Finding work, God, that is impossible. I get it. So honestly, you know what? Who needs a job anyways, right? We'll just live off the land. Eat berries and grass for all I care. Okay. Okay, I know grass isn't digestible, but you get my point. Okay? The system is broken, not you. I'm still here. You're not too much. You're not falling behind. You're just human. And being human is hard. I know it's hard, but you're doing the best you can, and that's more than enough. You know, it hurts in a different kind of way when the person who promised to always be there for you isn't. Let's talk about that. Friendship betrayal is its own kind of heartbreak. People talk about breakups all the time, but losing a friend, that is such a silent ache because you let them see you. No filter, just you, completely raw. You trusted them, you let them in, and one day they changed. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they were always like that and you just didn't want to see it. It's the little things, right? The way they stopped showing up, when your name only lit up their phone when they needed something. The way they talked about you behind your back, but smiled to your face. It messes with your head. You wonder if you were too much, or if you did something wrong, if it was your fault for trusting too deeply, too fast, too openly. But it's not your fault you cared. It's not your fault you loved loudly. You shouldn't have to apologize for having a big heart, ever. Nobody can make you apologize for that. I know it's easy to blame yourself, but it's not your fault. You're a good person. Caring deeply isn't a flaw, it's a strength that you have, and that's special. That's really, really special, and people don't treat it that way, and I get it. I get it. And sometimes the betrayal doesn't come with cruelty. Sometimes it's just goodbye. Never got said, huh? Past relationships, romantic or not, can haunt you for years. A song, a scent, a memory. People who once felt like home now feel like ghosts, right? You still think about them, don't you? Wonder what they're doing, if they miss you, if they even remember the things you can't forget. Sometimes the hardest part is knowing they moved on while you're still stuck picking up the pieces of what never got closure. But you're not weak for remembering, you're not foolish for still loving someone who hurt you. You were real. That's all. You loved with honesty, even if they didn't know how to hold it. And then comes the grief. Kind that doesn't scream, it just sits with you. In my opinion, way worse than being upset, being angry. At least you can channel that fury into something, right? But grief, it just visits you on the quiet days, the holidays, the birthdays. It creeps into empty chairs and missing voices. Losing someone, truly losing them, changes something in you that time can't fix. People say time heals all wounds, which I agree with, but doesn't erase them. It still leaves a scar or two. Time just teaches you how to carry the weight better. And sometimes people expect you to move on as if love ever disappears, but grief is just love that doesn't know where to go. So don't let anyone push you through it. Take all the time you need. Don't let anyone tell you how long that should take. If you still cry, that's okay. If you still talk to them in your head, that's okay. Grief is not weakness. It will never mean you're weak. It's proof that you loved. And love is never wasted. You have been through so much. And yet here you are, still breathing, still trying, still showing up, even if it's in pieces. And that's not nothing. That's strength, a special kind of strength. You've been through things that would shatter other people, completely destroy people, and maybe you do feel shattered, but even broken glass can still catch light, right? You're not too sensitive, you're not too emotional, you're not too much. You're just feeling things deeply in a world that doesn't know how to handle death. That's not a flaw, it's humanity. It's okay to cry. It's okay to rest. It's okay to admit you're not okay right now. You don't need to hold yourself together all the time. You don't need to explain your pain to anyone, not even me. You don't need to shrink just to make other people comfortable. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to have needs. You're allowed to be seen. Even when you're not smiling. You've lost things that mattered. You've loved people who didn't stay. You've carried pain that nobody else could see. And yet, you kept going. Maybe slowly, maybe painfully, but still, you're here. That counts for something. Counts for a lot. I'm proud of you. You're doing your best, and that is plenty. I know how hard you've been trying. I know how much you've been fighting, even when no one else sees it. So, keep your head up, okay? It's going to work out. Just hang on a little longer for me, please. Let's just sit here for just a moment longer, okay? No pressure, no fixing, no rushing, just being. You don't have to carry everything tonight. Let me hold some of it for you. And when the world feels heavy again, which it will, I'm sure, come back to this moment. This softness, this quiet. This knowing you're not alone. You're never alone. I'm here for you. I'm proud of you, and I appreciate you wholeheartedly. You are not broken. You are worthy of love exactly as you are. You do not need to be perfect enough. There's no perfect enough. There's never perfect. That's not real. You are just enough as you are. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to rest. You're stronger than you think. Even when it doesn't feel like it. You have survived everything you didn't think you could. You're still here, and that matters. You are not alone. You are loved. Okay. Sorry to talk your ear off, but you needed to hear it. And if no one's told you that today, I'm glad I got to be the one. I will be right here whenever you need me again. You don't have to go through this alone. Not anymore. You're safe. You're seen. You're still standing. And that is something to be proud of. I am proud of you. And it's okay to feel everything at once.